Good morning everybody, and welcome to today's blogging tip of the day. I'm Elizabeth Harrin from Totally Organised Blogging, and today I've got a tip to share with you for organising your blog articles. The contents of your blog articles. I've written over 1,000 blog articles for my own blog, and I have only recently started to do this on longer pieces that I am writing, but I think it's really important. And I see it a lot on the web. It's a very common way of structuring your blog posts and getting some extra great brownie points from Google as well. What am I talking about? Creating a table of contents for your blog articles. It's really easy to do. There's a number of different plugins you can use. I use Table of Contents Plus, but frankly, you can do it with CSS if you're good at coding, and you can put all of those pointers in your article manually. Oh, I'm out of breath. Sorry, just walked up the stairs. That's really bad. But the idea of having a table of contents at the top of your article is like it is in a book. It makes it easy for people to see what's coming. It gives them a taste of the kind of topics that are going to get covered in the article, and they get to see the whole big picture of the topics you're covering without having to scroll to the bottom. So it really serves that sort of user intent purpose. If someone lands on your blog article from Google or Pinterest or wherever, they can look at it and say, this is the box that covers the table of contents. Is this article the one I want to read? It gives them some really clear guidance around what it is that they're going to get out of the article, as long as your table of contents headings are really clear. Table of contents generally, whether you code it yourself in CSS or whether you use a plugin like I do, they tend to pick the H2 tags and the H3 tags from your articles. So you need to be sure that you're using subheadings in your content anyway. I'm sure you do. It's a very common practice, and if you're not, you should start, because it helps break up the text for the reader. And if you can consolidate those up into a table of contents, you get a very quick view of what the whole article is about. But that only works if your headings are meaningful. So when I first started writing back in 2006, I would write in a very literary way, I suppose. I was blogging about my experiences, and it was much more of an online journal. A lot of blogs back then were. So if I did use H2 tags at all and put subheadings in, they tended to be clever, they weren't providing clarity about what the next section would be. So I've learned over the years that actually your H2 tags need to be really much clearer, very specific, keyword focused if you can, but really helping the user understand what the next section, or the reader understand what the next section is going to be about. Then you can roll those all up. They drop nicely into your table of contents, which you can either use standard. I mean, the Table of Contents Plus plugin that I use has very standard, clean looking layout. But if you wanted to add some additional styling to it, you can do that to make it look fancy and more appropriate for your blog design, or you can get your blog the tech person who manages your blog theme to do that for you, if you've got someone like that. Otherwise, out of the box is probably just all you need. I would just counsel that if you're using steps, if you're doing a 5-step article, for example, 5 steps for this or 7 ways to do that, then make sure that each of your headings is numbered. Often I see articles that that say that they are 10 steps to blah, but actually you're just scrolling through and the subheadings don't have numbers on. You don't know how far you've got through the article, you don't know which step you're on or which way you're on of the 10. So if you are including those numbers in your subheadings, they will automatically go into your table of contents. Table of contents are also fantastic for Google and for search engines, because they help make it extra clear what your article is about and provide that summary at the top. So it's making it really scannable, really easy for machines to read as well as for humans. Okay, so I think you can better structure and organise your blog articles if you start to use table of contents for your longer articles. If your article is only 500 words, it's really not worth having a table of contents. But if you're looking at something that's 1,500, 3,000, 6,000 words, you definitely need to be looking at table of contents, because it's just too much for people to take in all in one go, and you will sell it to them better if they know what's coming, and if they can click to that, oh, I don't need to know about what to choose, I just need to know how to implement, so I'm going to go to this section which is all about that, because I can tell from the table of contents that is the part that I'm most interested in. So that's a really great tip I hope you will find for structuring the contents of your blog articles, and that is the tip of the day. So I hope that was useful for you, and I look forward to seeing you in my next blog organisation tip video. Goodbye.